Hello, and welcome back to Jacob's Guest Lounge, the history behind the mouse. Within every memory, there is magic. Today's episode is a little more personal, but also something that connects all of us. What I mean by that is that we're kicking off something I'm calling Magical Month. Magical Month is my way of celebrating meaningful moments, big or small, whenever it feels right. It doesn't have to happen every month, but whenever it does, it's meant to be special. So my birthday is March 25th, and my sister Carol Ann's is March 30th. Even though we're a few years apart, I could easily joke saying that we're 5 days apart. I made that same joke with a classmate of mine who was born on March 24th. We are also apart in years, like my sister and I are, but I did the same thing by often saying that we are a day apart because it was just my way of trying to be funny and cool. As I'm thinking about all of this, it got me thinking. Every single day of the year means something to someone. Birthdays, anniversaries, milestones, etc. But what if I told you that those same days are also connected to Disney history? Recently, I came across something very interesting. It's called Disney astrology or Disney-strology. I'll include the link for all of you to view in the episode description. It's pretty cool. It's kind of like traditional astrology, but instead of zodiac signs, every single day of the year is matched with a Disney character. And each character comes with personality traits that are supposed to reflect you. So, of course, I had to look mine up. For example, I share a birthday with Tigger, and the description on it says fun, confident, and enthusiastic. It was very interesting to learn about that, and honestly, I'll take it. And I may add, hoo-hooray! And Carol Ann, she shares hers with Chicken Little. Imaginative, eager, and unwavering. Which actually fits pretty well considering how when he loses his pants trying to get to school, he uses his math homework paper to create pants, so he's pretty ingenious on doing something like that, and Carol Ann's a lot like that too. She's very good about making the best of any situation in that similar circumstance. But it doesn't stop with animated characters. So real people, artists, actors, and creators also tie these days into Disney history. For example, March 25th is the birthday of Elton John, who helped create the music for The Lion King, one of Disney's most iconic films to date. It's also the birthday of Ali Mashaka, who some Disney Channel fans might remember from Phil of the Future and one of the other Disney Channel original movies. She starred with her sister in the movie Cowbells. Then there's March 30th. That's the birthday of Celine Dion, whose voice became part of Disney history through Beauty and the Beast at the ending credits from the 1991 version. Fun fact, though, it sometimes blows my mind thinking about it, but she also was a part of the 2017 Beauty and the Beast version as well. Only difference is she didn't sing the original title ending like she did in that one. She instead sang the song, "How does this moment last forever?" She did a pretty good job singing that one too, I'll admit, for it being 9 years ago. But yep, some voices never age, and they really do have a good way of providing a good impact, especially when I speak of Celine Dion and impact. Most of you that are listening right now probably associate Celine Dion, even though this isn't a Disney film, but the song titled "My Heart Will Go On and On" from the Titanic movie. Yes, I know I don't sing it like she did, but you know what? She deserves the song, the voice for it. She's got it all down. She's really good. Continuing on with Disney history on March 30th, there's also a gentleman by the name of Mark Davis, and he's one of Disney's legendary 9 old men. What that means is that he helped bring characters to life in films such as Bambi and 101 Dalmatians. He was one of the other people who originally got hired on from the 1920s to the late 1970s, if not early 1980s. And there's also a fun extra connection to March 30th. And this also has to do with a non-Disney film as well. How many of you are familiar with the movie Thumbelina? Well, I am one of those who are familiar with it. And that movie makes a whole special connection to Carol Ann because not only was it released on March 30th, but it also came out the very year that Carol Ann was born. So Carol Ann and Thumbelina are exactly the same age. And as I've already said before, it's not a Disney film, but it is still an enjoyable film for all. It's children friendly, and it's just a pretty cool coincidence. Now, I have to ask you all who's tuning in right now, how many of you love to watch the credits all the way till the very end? I'm going to be 100% honest with you all. I don't always sit through them. I mean, I will admit I've gotten better at it now than I used to, but most of the Disney movies from the 90s, I do make an exception for them. So, for example, one of the reasons why I do is because part of me likes this kind of curiosity of watching the copyright, and I noticed that for every Disney film from the 90s, even some of them that date further back into the Snow White part as well, I don't know if any of you noticed it, but they used to always do the copyright and then the year in Roman numerals. So what I mean is like how normally copyright always is like copyright 1991 or copyright 1994, etc., etc. Well, the thing about these older Disney films that always intrigued me is how I remember I used to watch the credits and they never had the year, and I always wondered, well, what is going on? And then I realized it was in Roman numerals. I mean, it just was weird to me, and I know, like, for example, when I watch movies like Wish, Strange World, Soul, and Onward, amongst many of the other recent films, they don't do it the same way. And it's just a little weird fact that I can't help but share with you all. And anyway, please feel free to get back to me on comments or email about your answer about the credits portion of it. Anyway, speaking of continuing on with the credits, it's just songs like Beauty and the Beast from Celine Dion and Aladdin's A Whole New World, just to name a few. Those always give me goosebumps because they're very powerful to me. So without even realizing it, my birthday and Carol Ann's birthday were already connected to Disney magic. And that's what Magical Month is all about. There are 365 days in a year, and every single one has a story, which is a movie release, voice actor, songwriter, or a moment in history. Which means no matter what day you were born on, you're part of the story too. And even with just those 2 dates, you can already see the connections. And here's the other thing. Even if it's not directly Disney, it all ties back through storytelling, film, and culture. Now here's where you all come in. Since I kicked off Magical Month by revealing my birthday along with Carol Ann's, I want you to all think about your birthdays. What happened on your day? Who do you share it with? And what Disney connection might also be tied to it? And if you find one, share it. I'd love for you all to share your thoughts. Feel free to leave comments or email me about what magical month could include beyond just birthdays. As the month goes on, I want to make it more exciting and expand it to celebrate other meaningful moments too. At the same time, I want to keep Magical Month fun and flexible, something that can grow and change over time without feeling like it has to happen every month or follow a strict formula. The goal is to keep it exciting, not overwhelming. That's the magic of Disney. It's not just movies or theme parks, it's connection. How a random day on a calendar can suddenly feel meaningful. So whether it's on my birthday or Carol Ann's birthday or any day in the year, you are all part of the story. And there's always a little bit of magic waiting for everybody. Now here's a pulse survey I'm going to include in the episode. If your birthday or anniversary had a Disney vibe, what would it be? A big musical moment, a magical adventure, a heartfelt story, or a chaotic, funny scene? If you want to share your Disney story or maybe even be a future guest, please send me an email at loungewithjacob@gmail.com or fill out the form in the episode description. And if you enjoyed the show, please follow and give a 5-star rating on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. It really helps the podcast grow. Be sure to tune in next Tuesday because we're diving into something a little fun and maybe a little nostalgic. Disney crushes. We've all had them, whether it was a Disney Channel star or a classic Disney prince or a princess. There was always someone who had us a little obsessed. But yeah, next week we're talking all about it. And until next time, keep the magic alive, and I will see you back here in the lounge.